Stephen Holder here with Gregg Doyel at Lucas Oil Stadium. A big day, finally, for the Colts. They introduced Frank Reich, their next head coach. The Josh McDaniels fiasco is officially behind them. Whew. Now, a couple of things right off the bat. One of the things I think we really wanted to sort of clarify today was, would Frank Reich call the plays for the Colts? He said today he would do that, and I think the other big takeaway for sure, though, was just the quiet confidence. He's not sort of a boisterous guy. He doesn't beat you over the head with words, but you had a real takeaway in that regard. What were your thoughts about what you learned about Frank Reich today?
Well, he's got supreme belief in himself. Of course, you need to have it to get this kind of job, and I'd argue he might have too much. I don't know why a guy who's been an offensive coordinator for 4 years, only called plays for 2 years, is going to become a head coach and call the plays. It's a little bit much. Now, it wouldn't be a little bit much if play calling was his genius. Like, well, listen, like Steve Spurrier. Your genius is that's what you do. Frank Reich's he's not a genius play caller. Never has been. At least he wasn't in San Diego. In fact, they fired him because they didn't like the way he calls plays. So, I don't mean to be negative. I like this hire very, very, very much. I predict he will not be the play caller for more than a year. I think it won't work. He'll learn, but he believes in himself, and that's a lesson left to learn on his own.
The one thing to elaborate on that, he did emphasize, Frank Reich did, that there will be a lot of collaboration on offense. So how that takes shape, I don't know. None of us know. But he's certainly going to hire a staff that is like-minded, and we'll see. I mean,
behind the scenes, they'll all get together and work on the play sheets. But at the same time, you're the head coach for the first time ever, and you're also going to be literally dialing up plays. I mean, it's a lot to ask. Now, if he's the next big thing, and we just don't know, but if he's the next big thing, he can handle it. We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, will he be a carbon copy of Doug Peterson, right? I mean, that's the hope.
That worked.
Now, listen, to assume that's going to happen is probably not smart. But there were doubts about that situation going into it. He came from a situation Doug Peterson did in Kansas City where Andy Reid was basically the point person on offense, right? And he went to Philadelphia, and here we go. They're
trickling down. It's trickling down.
So we'll see. They're going for very much, I think, the same sort of outcome here. We'll see if it works. But one thing I think that Colts fans will really like is what he said about whoever calls the plays, what they're going to do offensively. He made no bones about that. They're going to be up-tempo. They're going to be no huddle. They're going to be shotgun. They are going to be aggressive. I liked all of those things. I think that is the NFL in 2018. That's what works today in the NFL. You saw the game plan the Philadelphia Eagles put together in that Super Bowl. I thought it was phenomenal. And if you can bring some of those elements here, whoever calls the freaking plays, I guess it doesn't even matter, that has a chance to work, especially with Andrew Luck playing quarterback. So I'm interested to see what happens. It's day one, right? So everybody wins on day one, right?
Everybody wins. Everybody sounds good on day one. And as you're talking about that, he's saying all the right things. I've heard Pagano say the same thing. Our defenses are going to be your defenses stunk, and you never did anything to make them better, Chuck, if you're listening. And I love you, but come on. So I like the big picture of how confident he sounds. I do like that. But the actual specifics of what he says, I got to see it. I mean, I got to see it, Frank.
Well, hey, everybody's undefeated on day one. So Frank Reich, he's 1-0.
And I've written no typos yet either right now. I'm about to go start, though, but I've written none.
Okay, we're done. I'm Stephen Holder with Gregg Doyel. Thanks for watching.